All right, guys, welcome back. Whether it's local travel, cruises, or exotic countries, who don't love a good vacation on a budget? Well, here to guide us on a well-planned vacation is Leigh-Ann Lewars, Creative Director for Wiser Travel and Tours. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi, Debbie. I'm
so good
great.
to see you.
Thank you for
Where are we
having me.
jetting off to today?
Well,
Tell me where can camera go today.
well, we can probably go Ochi.
Exactly. No, I love it. Listen, it's vacation time same way now. I'm sure you've been getting calls same way, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so Lee, when we're planning a vacation, what's the first thing we need to think about?
Well, firstly, typically everybody usually thinks about it anyway, which is the destination. Where exactly do you want to go?
And not the budget?
No.
Really?
And I would put budget at first, but because everyone always thinks about the destination already, they think about when exactly they want to travel, duration, that is actually the first step of planning what you want to do for your vacation.
Okay.
And then comes the budget after that. Because how we look at it, we want you guys to think about it. Think about the destination. Think about how long the vacation is. Think about exactly what you're doing on the vacation. Is it a staycation or is it you're traveling to go to that all-inclusive resort? And then think about, put a price tag on all of those three things, and then we go to the budget.
That is interesting that you wouldn't think about, how much money you have and then say, all right, let me see what I can do with my money. For what I, have in my account,
And then, Debbie, not to cut you, but why as well, when you have a destination in mind, right? After, when you now give me a budget, I can probably say, okay, I can't take you to Tokyo. I can't take you to Germany.
Gotcha.
But with your
Okay.
budget, I can now say, okay, here's DR, here's Panama.
Yeah, all right. So people think oftentimes that overseas travel is not budget friendly, right? Please tell me this is a myth.
It is. There are many destinations that we can travel to that are budget friendly. And starting with the Caribbean in general, especially for our local travelers, CARICOM Islands are a great choice of travel. They're visa free as well, so you don't have to think about going to an embassy and getting that visa. And then as well, when you look at some countries, like for instance Colombia, DR, countries that are cheaper to live in, you realize when you go and travel, your US dollar is actually stretching even further than you would have expected. So it is a myth, You might have that $800 budget, but then when you travel, that $800 is stretching even further.
Yeah, I'm very happy you mentioned the Caribbean because there's so many hidden gems across the Caribbean and around us, that are often unexplored. They are picturesque. They are, worth the enjoyment. People think that the Caribbean is going to be very similar to Jamaica. What else is there to see but the sun, sea, and sun? And I already have it here.
Right,
but there are so many other things to do, right?
There are, right? Because, like for instance, when you're traveling to St. Lucia, for example, things like volcanoes that you're not necessarily seeing in Jamaica. Colombia is another one. Volcanoes, you're not seeing those stuff in Jamaica. Even wildlife, those things, you're not seeing those things in Jamaica. So there is a different feel when you do go to those Caribbean islands.
All right, so you mentioned the Caribbean countries. What are the other countries that are good for summer visits?
Summer visits, I would definitely say the Americas, so maybe Central America, South America, and that would include the same Colombia, Peru, as well as Europe. Europe has been very popular, especially this summer, maybe because the Olympics was there in Paris. Also, we had Formula One happening in Europe as well. So those are good destinations to look for when you're looking for summer travel.
Love that. You mentioned as well that the Caribbean does not require you to have a visa to travel there, but there are indeed other countries that, you still don't need a visa to go to, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Even Thailand right now. Thailand has lifted the visa for Jamaican travelers.
And I don't need a transit visa either?
And you do not need a transit visa because there are airlines or flights that you can take that can avoid going through certain countries that you will need that transit visa. So for instance, with Thailand and Singapore, you can connect within DR, you can connect in Panama, maybe go towards Brazil, and then you'll go to your destination in in Thailand or Singapore.
Yeah, I want to know that through Montego Bay as well. There are several flights.
Many flights through Montego Bay as well, connecting to those same ports.
Exactly. All right. So for, let's say, some persons who want to enjoy the summer, do you suggest to them planning or be spontaneous?
Well, I would definitely say planning. Planning. And just because with planning, you know, you get access to so much more. You get access to those early booking savings. Hotels are giving you up to 50% off, 20 to 50% off when you're planning in advance.
Nice.
You know, it also leaves no room for surprises. When you're landing in that foreign country. You already have everything figured out. You've researched about the destinations, your tours as well. So I would say plan. It saves your budgets as well, so that you don't go into those kind of situations.
Especially when you're going to non-English speaking territories as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so that's one. Cruises versus going to one specific country.
Okay, that's a hard one. And it's hard because they both have their pros and their cons. You know, cruises are a great way to see multiple destinations in a very short space of time and probably for half of the cost. The thing with cruises, though, you realize that, you know, these destinations are now kind of rushed and you're probably not seeing the true beauty of the destination. And then that's when now you would lean towards doing a one country destination. Yeah. So with that question, I'd more make a suggestion. So if you're doing a shorter travel, maybe do a one country, but then maybe if you're traveling far to like Europe, Asia, you know, we look at probably doing multi-cities, a cruise during that time. So.
And I can book all of this through Luxury Vacation Planning, right?
You definitely can.
Yeah. All right. Tell me a little bit about your business quickly. You have 30 seconds.
Okay. So we are a luxury travel and tours agency. We've been operating for the past 3 years. And, you know, what we truly believe is that every travel decision has the opportunity to be luxurious once the right decisions are being made. And the right decision starts with choosing the right travel advisor.
Love that. And the number to call you would be?
876-842-6881.
I love that. I just feel like when I book with you, you're going to just set me up nice. Give me a nice little branded bag here,
definitely.
So right. I'm pumping an ATV bag with something like this. And I say, boy, Leigh, set me up nice.
Yes.
Please you. Listen, okay, good. Oh, you want me to show it again? No problemo. This is the bag that I'd get if I'd call her.
Right.
Holly,
we do give free gifts as well. With
Wiser Travel and Tours, exactly. And so you set up everybody with one of these bags,
Once
right?
you do a vacation package, you will get different gifts. So you probably get a tumbler, you get tote bags, depending on your destination as well.
Okay, all right. And these are the lovely protective gear.
Right, for ATVs.
For ATVs.
Skiing.
Only. Right, exactly. Skiing and all of these things. Okay, awesome. So happy to have you, my darling.
Thank you for having me.
Information, fun stuff. Creative Director of Wiser Travel and Tours, Leigh-Ann Lewars. Back to more on Weekend Smile right after the break. But DJ Chronic got some music for us as we exit to the break. Stay with me.